Okay, so the last episode before this one had I don't remember the ending.
We could always start the episode and just watch the recap.
Yeah, I was thinking that. But I didn't know if I...
So Netflix, we can no longer access Netflix on my thing anymore.
Because it's her mom's or your...
It's my stepdad's.
That's... Are you upset in any way?
I mean, I'm not that upset. I don't really watch much on it. Willow uses it more, but my mom said she's gonna get Netflix and shit. So.
Your mom?
Yeah, she likes Netflix. Even though she does, I told her she doesn't need to do that. She doesn't suffer from it. She's able to do what she wants.
How much extra do you have to pay for?
$8 a month. Which means, well, the thing that's stupid about it is my stepsister and stepbrother use it, and Brian's parents also use it, and then Willow and I, which means it'd be a whopping $32 a month, just to.
You have to do that each household?
Yeah, $8 a month per household, I believe.
Jeez.
Which means it'd be $32 a month additional for Brian if you want to have every
gemstone left off the man who's done this job.
I was trying to fix things. I should have given that money.
I forgot about, since I didn't really know, since I watched it over a period of time and not consolidated you. I didn't know what they were talking about with like the $25,000. I had to really think about it. It's like,
the $250,000, yeah.
Yeah, I had to really think, was that the money?
I thought that was at the beginning. Oh no, that was in the third season.
Yeah, I thought it was at the very the money that was like caught above in the bathroom at the first.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was the money he get, like it just felt like the way that it was sort of presented, that was less of a hey. But the sort of the money that he had left left for Gene was,
I think they got money from a job and then he gave it to
yeah, that was
gave it to him.
Yeah, like the way that was sort of presented, I sort of didn't expect it to come back like that. It didn't really seem like I don't know. Yeah, so that sort of the way that was delivered was, it took me a little bit, but yeah, now it makes sense. But yeah.
My client is Daniel Day-Lewis.
I guess I'm free today. This one refuses. They're in phase.
He calls his face.
Give Fuchs whatever he fucking wants, Ace.
We need to find a way to get to Cusnos. Ah!
So there is.
Detective Moss.
But yeah, that whole thing with the family, I was interested to see what you thought of that.
The family, what do you mean,
his whole family, having the son and such.
I didn't know what that was. I thought that was just him imagining stuff, because he had a couple times where he imagined him being married to Sally.
Yeah.
So I didn't. And I looked it up, like a little plot thing after watching. I was like, oh, that's what that was. And so when I watched it, I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Huh.
Yeah, I didn't really. I thought that was just him imagining him and her being together, but I didn't realize that they actually were married and together or whatever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could tell, especially since her perspective wasn't very favorable, because her sort of lifestyle was, because it was all very, very sad, the way that it was.
So you invited her up to your cabin, where you had Barry murder.
And that part,
This is insane.
Gene.
the bass is so intense. But yeah, I that whole murder at the end of that, I don't really remember how that was, done. But
I'm not entirely sure what to expect from this.
yeah,
Because right now, Mr. Kusanov is, well, technically he's not being framed. Like, Barry didn't frame him,
no,
but like the interpretation of that, and there's really, and to be fair, Mr. Kusanov wasn't really. He was very secretive with the money, so
Yeah.
it definitely looks like he could have totally done that.
yeah,
So it's like,
Detective Moss is on to you.
I don't know what's
So you
gonna happen.
invited her onto your cabin.
yeah,
is he gonna be
You got
framed?
Barry.
Is Barry gonna die? Is he gonna kill Noho Hank to save
This
his
is
thing?
insane.
yeah,
Is everybody- I don't know.
yeah,
Because
exactly.
no matter what happens, somebody is not going to have a happy ending.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, there's not going to be an ending where everything works out.
I think
Someone's not going to have a good ending.
I think that things have to sort of level out.
Like, I think what you had said is you'd be a little bit disappointed if nothing happened, and I would too.
Yeah.
Because the way it's building up, something has to happen. If it
Yeah.
doesn't, it's just like, oh.
I have to sort of analyze how they're sort of what they're setting up with the mafia stuff, and how how that's gonna pay off when with NoHo Hank and like his whole business, like is that gonna crumble? Is who's gonna take his place? It's I feel like NoHo Hank is probably gonna live just because of that, because it just would leave too big of a power vacuum if he was.
But his
Great.
his father or whatever would just come in, because his father has given him all of his access to the men. So because what is his
Chechen?
Chechen, yeah. His people come in, the Chechens or whatever.
Yeah, I'm letting them. Yeah, yeah. I was gonna bring them in a little bit.
But I think the Chechen, whatever his dad or whatever the people, like the head of the Chechens, we're gonna take over LA anyways. So if
Yeah.
Noho Hank dies, they could just come over and take it over, and that
Yeah.
would be filled. So there is
Yeah,
that. You remember that? Because they.
not much.
I mean, he came in. They wanted him to I can't quite remember, but I'm pretty sure that there would be something that could be filled there.
Mm-hmm.
But I really don't know what to expect, and I like
Yeah.
that. I like that I have no idea.
I think to say from like other shows that sort of had this approach of I think is it called epilogue, or so where it takes place after. He's right here. Dewey's right here.
She does meow a lot.
Yeah. But I think sort of going with that approach, Sally and, their son, they are, they get to have their happy ending.
I'm pretty positive that
Yeah.
things will go well for them. I think that will
For
happen.
Sally and their son, which I don't
definitely.
remember his name, but
John.
John.
It's John.
That's right, because I remember that being so generic, and he would. But
So I think Barry, NoHo Hank, or probably one of them will die. I don't think Mr. I guess Mr. Kusa now too, because Barry's still set on killing him. So I think one of those three is gonna die, and I think Fuchs, he's probably gonna get killed.
yeah.
I think one or two people are gonna die.
Yeah, I think probably.
Like of the main cast,
Yeah.
maybe I don't know. I don't think he'd die.
I think
But I wouldn't. I mean, if he died, yeah, but I'm not gonna count like that. I think of the top 4 people.
Yeah, I think what could happen is that Barry will sacrifice himself. Let's say that they're gonna shoot the mafia. They're gonna I don't know what to call them, the Chechens, I guess, are gonna shoot Gene, and then Barry. This is like a very simplified version, but goes into the way of the bullet and saves himself, or something like that. I think some sort of this action will be involved in the third act for sure.
I think
Yeah.
what I think might happen, because there's so much little time and Mr. Kusanov doesn't really have any proof.
Yeah.
I think I have a feeling. I think he might get framed, and he ends up going to prison, and
Jeez.
Barry ends up getting out scot-free or whatever. Like,
That would
it
be-
just works out for him.
That would be that sort of ending that would be like very like I guess I wanted that to happen. I wanted Barry to
Like, it's the kind of like people would want that to because you're kind of rooting for Barry. I mean, he is the main character.
Yeah.
So you are rooting for him. So you want him.
Yeah.
So I feel like that could happen too. But I feel like what you said, a curveball could happen.
right.
And he saves Mr. Kusanov.
Yeah.
But like maybe there could be think he saves Mr. Kusanov. Mr. Kusanov still ends up going to prison because he still has no way of proving how he got the money or that was from Barry.
Exactly.
And Barry could easily deny that.
Yeah. I think bringing up a certain show that I won't mention, but it's a really popular show that's very similar, in case so you don't get it spoiled. But there's this protagonist that we had throughout it, and he just gets progressively more antagonistic and sort of the no, he's antagonistic the whole way, but he's the protagonist, and he's just a bad guy, and he gets worse throughout it. And so like sort of by the final season, that he's bad and he's doing bad things, and you don't like what he's doing. So this has to have an ending different than that, where Barry is redeemed in some way, or that he is he's not just like killed off. He needs he either needs to have a happy ending where he's in the witness protection program, or he leaves the country and he
A
has
redeeming factor because he wants
Yeah.
to redeem that.
Yeah.
That's true. You're talking about a show where someone forget. Do I know the name of the show? Have I heard of it?
You know it, yeah.
Have
You
talked about
want me to tell you? Because I
Uh,
didn't really. It was very vague for spoilers. Yeah.
What is it?
Breaking Bad.
Oh.
Yeah.
I still watch it.
You'd still watch it, yeah.
I still watch it. I think I know who you're talking about though. It's probably the main character.
Okay. But yeah, and so yeah, so that sort of thing where it's like he's with Barry, it's like, oh yeah, he kills, but he's not like 100% bad. He's not unredeemable.
And the thing
Yeah.
is, and throughout the entire thing, he's never unredeemable. He's done bad stuff, but he's not like a bad guy.
Yeah, like he's like messing. He's like in that one episode where he's like trying to kill Gene, and Bill Burr is talking.
I thought that was so cool. I was like, oh my god, Bill Burr.
So recognizable. Yeah.
He's got such a distinct voice.
Yeah, and so the idea that did my dad just go to his trailer instead?
Probably.
Kitty. Kitty. Come here. No, he's still there. But yeah, there's so many sort of I think that as people go who are gonna die, I think I can only think of the Raven, Fuchs. I think Fuchs is probably I don't know, probably sort of capping off that father-son thing that they have. I think is something that is gonna be commentated on. I think they're definitely gonna go. I think I sort of not exactly like this, but there's gonna be all the storylines converging together. The police, the Chechens, the every character that we've seen just interact with Barry. They're all gonna be in one room more or less.
I think so. Yeah, because they built this story.
Yeah.
But now it's built up. Fuchs is trying to. The Chechens don't want to be with Fuchs anymore, so they're trying to kill him.
Yeah.
NoHo Hank has abducted Sally and John.
Mm-hmm.
Barry wants to kill NoHo Hank now. He
Yeah.
obviously probably still wants to kill Fuchs and Kusanao.
Yeah.
Kusanao is being framed, He's gonna probably try and find Barry to clear his name.
Yeah.
So like all that stuff is converging on, but it works. Like everything
Yeah.
works. It's all
Yeah.
leading up to this. And
Absolutely.
I like that. So
No,
I'm really
yeah.
excited. You ready to watch it now?
Yeah,
I think it's we talking about this.
yeah.
I just want to see what happens.
No, I don't think that there's. If you talk on too long about it, that you're gonna sort of have expectations on, and then be unsatisfied. But yeah, I think it's certainly gonna be. I think I'm expecting to cry.
So here's the thing. One last thing. I don't really want anybody to die
No.
because
No.
I
I
like Barry because
Yeah.
as he's a good character. I like Mr. Kusno because he's not a bad guy.
I don't want.
I don't
want.
want Hank to die because I love his character and Fuchs.
Mhm.
I guess maybe if anyone died, I guess it'd be more okay with him because
Yeah.
he really has
Been.
trying to screw Barry over.
Yeah.
And he really is kind of an asshole.
Yeah.
But like aside from that, I don't want any of the characters because they're all they're all likable characters.
Yeah. Okay, if I was to pick who would be dying, let's see, who out of Fuchs, Barry, NoHo Hank, Sally,
Kusno.
Cousineau, yeah, I think Gene Cousineau will die, and Fuchs will die, but
I can see that. Yeah.
yeah, it's hard to
Yeah, it's crazy to think about that. But this is the last episode too. So whatever happens here, that's it.
It doesn't feel like the last 30 minutes. It's like there's so much that they'd have to wrap up.
But the thing is, there is so much development in those 30-minute 8 episodes. There's so much that they do.
Yeah.
In those 8 episodes, like they tell so much. The episodes feel really long.
Yeah.
Because they get so much in there.
Yeah.
So this show could definitely wrap it up for sure in 30 minutes.
You're right.
Easily.
Yeah.
Press play, dude. I'm getting anxious. I want to watch
Okay.
this.
Okay. Okay.